You know, some stories sound so wild they have to be made up for a movie. Well, this is one of them. It's got everything: a priceless treasure, a national crisis, a botched police investigation, and a hero that absolutely nobody saw coming. This is the incredible true story of the dog who saved the World Cup.
So that's the big question, right? It sounds almost ridiculous. But I promise you, by the end of this, you'll see exactly how a four-legged friend managed to pull off what Scotland Yard just couldn't.
All right, so let's set the scene. The year is 1966. We're in London. The whole country is just buzzing with excitement because they're about to host the FIFA World Cup for the very first time. I mean, the stage is set for this massive, historic tournament, but a crime is about to be committed that will throw the whole thing into absolute chaos.
And right at the very center of our story is this, the Jules Rimet Trophy. Now, this wasn't just some cup. This was the ultimate symbol of soccer supremacy on the entire planet. I mean, just a look at the details on this thing. It was over a foot tall and showed Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, holding up the cup. It was made of gold-plated sterling silver, decked out with this beautiful blue lapis lazuli stone. Its value wasn't just about the money. It was literally the dream of every single soccer player in the world. So, just a few months before the World Cup was supposed to kick off, the trophy was put on public display in Westminster for everyone to see. And, well, that's when disaster struck. On March 20th, 1966, the unthinkable happened. The trophy, which was the star attraction at this exhibition, just vanished. Someone had jimmied open the case, and the world's most famous sports prize was gone, sparking this huge nationwide manhunt. And it didn't take long for a ransom note to show up. The thieves wanted £15,000. Now, to put that into perspective for you, in today's money, that's well over £250,000. And the thieves made a pretty chilling threat: pay up, or they would melt the iconic trophy down into just a worthless lump of metal, completely lost to history forever. The clock was officially ticking. So, with the whole country's pride on the line, you can bet Scotland Yard was scrambling to solve this thing. They set up a sting operation, but as you're about to see, it did not go to plan, not at all. So, the police move fast. They pretend to agree to the demands, they get a briefcase, stuff it with scrap paper with a few real bills on top to make it look legit. The sting works, kind of. They arrest a guy named Edward Betchley, and for a second it looks like a breakthrough, but it was really just a dead end. See, Betchley swore up and down that he was just a pawn in the game, hired for 500 quid by some mastermind he only knew as the Pole. With Betchley now in jail, he couldn't contact the real thief, and the police had absolutely no other leads to find the trophy. It really seemed like all hope was lost. So the official investigation is a total bust. The country is pretty much in despair. And then, right when it seems like the trophy's gone for good, the story takes this unbelievable turn. A new hero is about to enter the picture, and this one has 4 legs and a very wet nose. Exactly 1 week after the heist, a guy named David Corbett is just taking his dog, a collie named Pickles, for a walk in a quiet neighborhood in South London. You know, a totally normal day that was about to become anything but. So while they're on their walk, Pickles starts sniffing like crazy at this strange package wrapped in newspaper that's just tucked under a hedge. His owner, David, goes to check it out, opens it up, and there it is, the Jules Rimet Trophy. A simple walk in the park had just solved the biggest heist in the history of sports. And just like that, in an instant, Pickles goes from being this ordinary family dog to a national celebrity. The dog who found the World Cup became, without a doubt, the most famous canine in the entire country. And the rewards were just incredible. Pickles was showered with all these honors. He got a silver medal, he was officially named Dog of the Year, he got a year's supply of free food, he even landed a role in a movie. It was a total rags to riches story for a dog. So, with the trophies safe and sound, the World Cup could finally go on. The crisis was over. And on July 30th, that priceless prize was right where it was supposed to be, waiting at Wembley Stadium for the final match between England and West Germany. And in what feels like a perfect storybook ending, England actually won the World Cup on their home turf. That iconic image of the captain, Bobby Moore, lifting the trophy, presented to him by the Queen herself. It's a defining moment in English history, a moment that almost never happened,
and one that was only made possible because of the curiosity of a collie named Pickles.
So there you have it. A massive police investigation hits a brick wall, but a simple walk in the park saves a nation's pride. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other huge mysteries out there could be solved if we all just paid a little more attention to the world right under our noses?